Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jacqueline and in today's video I'm super excited because I'm bringing you the review, demo and swatches on a brand new product from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is from her holiday collection and it's called Instant Look in a Palette. So I got it right here. I'm super excited because this looks like a very promising palette. It's supposed to give you a wonderful look in 5 minutes. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I will please ask you to consider to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. And it will be lovely if you come and check my Instagram. And now, if you want to know more about this new, very special limited edition holiday palette from Charlotte Tilbury, then just keep on watching. Charlotte Tilbury just opened her holiday shop online, and guess what? Yes, I did shop a ton. I actually bought absolutely everything with the exception of the advent calendar. I think that's the only thing that I didn't buy, but pretty much everything else I have grabbed. So I will be doing different reviews in the next week or so of the new products from Charlotte Tilbury, but today I really wanted to bring you the Instant Look in a Palette, and this just grabbed my attention because it's one of those all-in-one palette, and she has come out with these type of palettes before and I never pick up one of these palettes from her. So I thought, well, this year look a little bit more special, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Plus I started my YouTube channel this year and I thought, you know what, let me just bring you something new and exciting from the holidays, and also to help you to see if this is something that you may want to get or not. So anyhow, let me just show you the unicard that this palette comes in. It is really beautiful. You see the star that says CT from Charlotte Tilbury, and then on the back you will find more information about this palette. Now this palette right here is actually made in Italy, and this is the promise: 5-minute face on the go. I don't know about that. Hopefully do so, but today I just have my foundation on, my concealer on, and we're just gonna go ahead and use the palette. Now for your information, this palette costs $75. Yes, it's a little bit expensive, and I'm sure you want to see the palette. So here you are. When you take it out from the package, this is it. It is just so beautiful. I mean, the actual design of the palette is just carried on from the same design of the unicard, which I really appreciate. Is very cohesive of that. On the back of it, you will find a lot of the details of the palette itself and kind of like how to use it. So it has the same system of like the 1, 2, 3, and then this one has 4, 5, 6, 7. So basically, when you open it, you will find your eye shadows right here on the top, 1, 2, and 3. And then you will find a bronzer, which it is, to be honest, a little bit too light for my skin tone. Then you have a blush and then a swish shade, which is kind of like her actual blushes, the one that have the outer part that is the color and then like the pop in the middle, and then you have a highlighter right here. So then for the eyes, you have 1 for brightening, 2 for enhance, and 3 to smoke. The shades right here are more into a little bit more into the mauvey tone, a little bit of reddish tone. So that's how the palette looks like inside, and it has, I mean, I think it has a good amount of product. This may be one of the products that you get the most you know, out of your investment, being Charlotte Tilbury, because Charlotte Tilbury, and then her smaller quads, you know, they are above the $50, and this right here is $75, and you get a good amount of product. But let's see if the quality is up to par with it. I think, and something that I want to note of, it is the eyeshadows. I don't think they are the same from the quads. I think the formula is different. I can tell by the matte shade and the shimmer shades, they look a little bit more of like kind of like a standard type of formula, but we will try today and see how they are. Also, the mirror that it comes with, it's, you know, a pretty good size mirror. Okay, my friends, so like I said, I only have foundation today, my concealer. So what about if we start bronzing up the face? And for that, I'm gonna go with the Master Face by Sonia G. This is from her brand new Sky set. I know it's not yet restocked, but it will be, so just be a little bit patient, it will get here. And I'm gonna go with a bronzer, which is the shade 4 in the palette. And let's see what is the pigmentation right here. Well, it's good pigment. It doesn't seem like it will have a lot of color on the pan, but I think it's a good color. I do have a light to medium skin tone, so if you're new here to my channel, welcome. Thank you for tuning in today. And this bronzer right here, it is completely matte, so you will not find any sheen to it. And I think that's good for all over face palette. I think that's good to have a bronzer like such. Just because you can, I mean, we have a highlighter shade right here that we can use later on to highlight certain parts of our cheeks. Now I'm gonna go with the cheek product, and this is the number 6 right here. And it says here Pop. And I'm gonna be using my Sonia G soft cheek brush. And as you can tell, it picked up plenty of product right there. So just gonna put it on the apples of my cheeks, and I usually like to take it a little bit up. Now this blush right here, it is more of like a very light pink, and it looks fairly matte, maybe with a hint of like a satin finish, but pretty much matte overall. And then I like to take the excess of the blush and just pass it through my nose. I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of cute. Now for my highlighter, I'm gonna go with the Sonia G mini cheek brush, and this is the highlighter right here, number 7. Let's see how potent this is. Okay. So it is a very subtle highlight. Yeah, and it's kind of like a very light champagne ivory tone. And I'm gonna take it right here on the tip of my nose. So this highlighter is very, very subtle. I'm going to take the highlighter and take it right here on my eyelids. With the same brush, I'm going to go into the shade 5, which is the Cheek Swish. It's this shade right here. And because this is more of like a highlighty type of shade, I'm just going to take it on the back where I have the bronzer and my blush. Gives a really nice pop, but it does have a little bit of an illuminating type of property. I don't like to take my highlighters or any blush that it has a little bit of highlighting properties on this area right here, because that's where I have my enlarged pores and I don't want for them to be emphasized. Okay, and now let's start with the eyes. So I'm gonna go to the shade 1, which is to brighten. And I'm going to be using my Scott Barnes number 62 brush. And this is usually what Charlotte Tilbury does. She does brighten it first, the eyes, and then she goes with the other shades. So that's why she has these palettes and other eyeshadow palettes to arrange in the 1, 2, 3, 4 format, just to make it easier and simplify it. And I think that's at the end the key of her branding. Now let's go into the shade Enhance, and it's the number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same brush for this. It is interesting that it looks dark in the pan, but it's not as dark when applied on the actual eyelid, as you can tell. And I'm being generous with it, so let me show you. gonna be using my BK Beauty 203 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Smoke. I'm gonna put it right here on my outer V. I'm gonna get you a little bit closer here so you can see the depth of this smoke shade right here. Do you see how easy it was to blend? I'm curious to see how the shade number 1, the eye brightening, will look over top. So I'm going to be using my Sonia G Builder Pro brush. Just going to go over top a little. Actually brightens it up really nice. Now with a smudger brush, I'm going to go into the shade number 2, and I'm going to take it on my lower lash line. And then with the same brush, I'm going to go into the shade Smoke, and I'm just going to target it right here on my lower lash line on the outer corners. And now with this little brush right here, I'm going to go into the shade 7, which is a highlighter. And I'm going to take it to my inner corner, as well as my brow bone. I think that's it. I'm just gonna put some mascara off camera, some lipstick, and be right back with you. And here is the final look. Okay, my friends, and now that I'm done with my full face of makeup, I just want to bring you a little bit of a comparison with another Charlotte Tilbury face palette, and I'm talking about the Glow Gasm palette. I have this right here. If you're familiar with it, this is not alike to the other one in the sense of components. These only have blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter, so it doesn't have the eyeshadows as the instant look in a palette. But then on weight comparison, this one right here brings 15.2 grams of product, while this one right here brings quite a bit more. This brings 22 grams of product. So you get basically 6 grams of product on the highlighter and the bronzer, and then on all the other 5 shades you get 2 grams of product. So that's quite a bit, and actually you can feel it on the weight between one and the other. Now, a thing to point out that I think it's, it's something that it actually has some relevance to this. It is the formula of the Glow Gasm palettes are a gelée type of formula, while these right here, it is basically just a standard powder type of formula, so it's not the same. And now if we go to a small quad from Charlotte Tilbury, one of her luxury palettes, I have here one of them. This is Walk of Shame. This comes with 5.2 grams of product in total. So that being said, if we understand that each of these right here comes with 2 grams, you get a total of eyeshadow wise 6 grams of product. So you get a little bit more on this palette than this, and that's why at the beginning I was saying that this perhaps is the palette that you will get the most out of your investment, because you get more amount of product and more variety too. Now the formulation is nothing, I mean, it is that easy type of formulation that Charlotte Tilbury is known for, but it's not, the eyeshadows are not the same as the luxury palette ones, and the face products are not the same as the Glow Gasm type of palette. So there is a difference on formulation, but nonetheless, it is what Charlotte Tilbury is known for, basically to have makeup that it goes super simple, that is super simple to apply, super easy to blend, that the payoff is really nice, and it will not give you streaks or harsh lines or anything like that. And that's why Charlotte Tilbury, it is so famous as a brand. I mean, aside obviously to her background as an amazing makeup artist, it is her products are really good quality, that if you don't have experience with makeup, her makeup is easy to use. And now let me just do a few swatches right here. So I'm gonna start with the eye products. So we have number 1 right here, 2 and 3. And then the number 1, it is your brightening powder. So it's a little bit more of that highlighty type of shade. Now the number 2 is that enhance, and this is more of a satin type of shade. And then number 3 is smoke, is your actual matte shade. So let's just swatch them right here. That is number 1, 2 eye enhance, 3 eye smoke. Then we're going to go to the bronzer, then to the cheek swish product, and then to the cheek pop. So here is the bronzer, cheek swish, which is more of like a satin type of shade, and then 6 cheek pop, that it will be basically your blush. And then the last shade will be the highlighter, number 7. And this one is a true champagne with an ivory type of undertone. And this palette right here, as many of Charlotte Tilbury palettes, has a hint of like pink and burgundies. Those are the tones that Charlotte likes to play with. Champagne tones, very subtle tones that they are actually very complementing for many skin tones. Now this particular palette will work for those who have light to medium skin tone, maybe medium to tan, right there perhaps, but not for darker skin tones. And here we go again. I mean, she did so good at coming out with a Glow Gasm palette in 2 versions, Love Gasm and Light Gasm. But I think why she didn't brought a second palette for this holiday season, it would have been amazing. Now let me tell you something, these shades right here, actually this shade right here can work really well for the eyes. This shade right here, the cheek shade, it's beautiful. It has a beautiful pink champagne tone that is just gorgeous. This can work for the eye too really well. So this is literally a very well-rounded palette. The only thing, like I said, it will not cater for every skin tone. Now this shade right here may seem really dark. In person seems really dark, this shade right here. But if you were able to tell on my demonstration, you can actually build it up. It doesn't have a lot of pigmentation. It has very little pigmentation, so you can actually go and blend and build it up to your desire. Now this shade right here, it has a perfect amount of pigmentation that you can build on top, pack if you want to. None of these shades right here has fallout or anything like that, and I really like that she's giving us 3 different, seems like 3 different finishes. These one right here, like I said, a little bit more of highlighting type of shimmer shade without any glitter, and then the satin, and then the matte. I really enjoy that she's giving us that. She's giving us this option right here of the cheek and swirl that could be also used as an eyeshadow. So I think this is perfect. I think this palette right here actually will make a really beautiful gift for somebody that likes Charlotte Tilbury and maybe is starting their collection for the holidays, for a birthday. And to be honest with you, I mean, I took a little bit longer to do all my makeup because I was demonstrating, but I can see that yes, this palette, you can actually apply all your makeup 5 minutes with this palette. I mean, it will take you longer to do your lashes and your lipstick and all of that, but I can see how prompt this palette will be to achieving a really beautiful makeup look that is not too much but really nice. As you can tell, even the highlighter, it is pretty. It is subtle, but it's there. You can see it. It gives kind of like a glossy type of look. It's not too powdery. It will not emphasize texture, and that's also what I like about this palette. So overall, I think it's a really good buy. Okay, my friends, and I think this is it for this video. I hope you really enjoy it, that you find it helpful. Let me know if you want to see anything else from Charlotte Tilbury's holiday shop. Like I said, I have been shopping quite a bit with her, so I'm hoping to bring other content right here from her, from other brands as well. I'm very excited because I don't want to see the holidays coming so soon, but I'm excited to see all these new products coming out. I think they are just like so beautiful. There are just so many things in the industry. So let me know in the comments down below, what would you be interested in to see next? And I also wanted to mention that when I'm filming this video, it is October 10th. So tomorrow I will be reaching out to the winner of my 1K giveaway, which is a Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. So just be on the look on your Instagram or your email. So if you don't have an Instagram, and if you have left me either an email or a Facebook, type of page that I can reach you at, just check it out, because I will be contacting the winner, and then from there I'm just super excited about it. I'm super excited to give this Metropolis palette to someone that will represent all of my subscribers, and a way to say thank you so much for your support, all your time, the likes, the comments that you leave me. It means a world to me, and I'm so grateful about it. I'm planning to do other giveaways as the holiday approaches too, because there are so many holiday beautiful releases that I think it is the beautiful season to give back to all of you. Alrighty, my friends, thank you so much again for watching. If you haven't done so yet, and if you are new here, I hope that you will consider to subscribe to my channel. It is extremely easy. You just need to look to this screen right here. Down below in red, it says subscribe. Just tap in there, ring the post notification bell. That is super important. That's the only way that YouTube will let you know whenever I upload new videos. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share with somebody else that may like these type of videos. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye bye.